Oh, but okay, it's going to be the Kagura. So, Kagura in the gold lane. We'll see Selena and Popo in the mid. Now, I do not like the Kagura pick. I would have personally preferred the Alice pick because Kagura, with this composition right now, Bigetron Alpha does not really have a strong late game. Alright? They don't have that late game insurance, and they should have had it if they did pick that Alice.
Yeah, you're completely right. But here, the last hero has been secured with a Grok.
Yeah, RSG Singapore, not only are they trying to get some inspiration from Blacklist composition, but they're also getting inspiration from Execration's composition with the Grok pick right here.
Yes.
Obviously, Grok has only been picked once by Execration. They were able to perform very, very well on that Grok. We'll have to see if RSG Singapore can replicate the same success, but based on the drafts, guys, let's get some predictions going. I'll start with you, Arashi. Why and who and why?
I think I'm going to go with the side of Bigetron because, again, I really enjoy actually the tempo, fast-paced meta. So if they want to play aggressive in the early game, I'm all for that.
All right, what about you, Eterna?
I think I'm going to go for RSG Singapore here just because I like the composition and I like that Harith just to help out with extra damage in the late game.
I will have to agree with you, Eterna. I love the late game composition in RSG Singapore. And let's just get straight into the first game of the day, the final day of the group stage here in MSC 2021. Bigetron Alpha versus RSG Singapore. Here we go.
Okay, guys, here we are. The first match of the game, guys. And I'm super, super, super excited to see how aggressive BTR can work in this early game to be able to counter this such a strong and heavy late game composition by RSG here.
Yeah, this is what they need to do. He actually gets an amazing missile arrow onto Fosa, bursting him a lot as LY4 is having trouble getting his first jungle camp here. Will be able to secure it with the Retribution, but that is a lot of HP loss for LY4 as Granger will have the faster clear here in the early game and also a level lead because they did get the Little Wanderer.
Yeah, you're completely right. And here we see both of them just trying to, secure their jungles, being really, really passive at the moment. But Fosa kind of goes in and Kai goes in, but no commitment here whatsoever as they're just poking each other down. But look how low Sana and Fosa are getting. I mean, yeah, you're right. I mean, this composition by Bigetron Alpha, you can tell that they're trying to play very aggressive and they both have great poke damage and the point and click stun. I think this is going to be quite a match.
Popo and Koopa with the stuns coming in from Koopa, with the traps that they can lay down with the Koopa and Selena. It's going to be very easy for them to catch people off guard in the map and also get vision for their team with their individual traps. And right here, obviously, Sync will have quite a bit of a trouble. Oh, Key gets an missile arrow. Look at that, that's not being used. Fosa gets taken very low, but it's not going to be able to get taken down as that will be Fosa running away. 16 seconds to this turtle, so they did buy a little bit of time to get pressure on the map.
I was gonna mention how Fosa with the CC immunity actually might come in handy against such a crowd control heavy team from the side of Bigetron. But right there, he just wasn't ready for it, and he almost gets taken out.
Yes, and right now the turtle has spawned for Bigetron Alpha as they have gotten that pressure in the mid side. It looks like Aldous is still is still stacking. Repo will join in the fight here, Eterna.
Yeah, you're right here. And Turtle goes up quite low. Oh, and he gets resetted as both teams are trying to zone each other out here. But Repo going in for that, eating
Repo.
that, spitting that out. Life 4, kind of immobilized here.
Oh, but Diablo gets a knockout strike with the two members. They have to back away. It's going to be a 1-for-1 trade. Renbo is still alive though. Detsonata being popped to deal some damage onto LY4 as Repo joins in the fight. But it looks like they will not commit to this as RSG Singapore will just take this down easily and uncontested after that trade.
Ooh, guys. I was kind of... I mean, they were kind of leading there in Bigetron Alpha. I mean, their comp is so much more aggressive, and that Repo really just went in to try to disable Life 4, but they still managed to take that turtle.
Yeah, Fosa actually getting caught in a bad situation, but he's still going to be able to get out of that one. It's only Repo right there. And yeah, I feel like they weren't coordinated enough for that first fight. It looks like Repo was looking for a catch, and they were looking for a catch to another person. But here, Abyssal Arrow does land onto Fosa. Dreams will not follow it up as Renbo is still taking the buff. But now, this is the time where they can. Fosa gets taken low. The Abyssal Trap lands as he will be taken low once again. But nothing comes out of it. And Aldous is still stacking very easily for the side of RSG Singapore.
Yeah, he doesn't seem very bothered by anyone at the moment. But, I mean, I think Dreams and both Kai really need to kind of step up their game to try to mess up that stacking going on for Life 4 here because they are such a annoying duo.
Oh, but Bigetron Alpha already going to the top side. Oh my god, a combo wombo goes in. It will be the first blood. No, it will be the second kill of Bigetron Alpha taken away. Bigetron now Repo looking for a spit out. LY4 is the target right now as Key goes in. Assassination attempt, but Diablo goes in with a knock-on strike. It's going to be turned around. LY4 gets away, and Repo is just not able to get anything done here, but they did manage to get a kill in the top side, so it is a still very favorable trade for Bigetron Alpha. Dreams goes in onto Bosa, and just like that, another kill picked up by Bigetron Alpha. RG, Sync, they need to stop looking for these crazy trade-offs because, again, they do not have the early game pressure, Eterna.
Yeah, you're 100%. And now another turret goes down, favorable to the side of Bigetron Alpha, as they're yet again trying to secure another objective here. But as you can see, 4 minutes in, and Turtle is already spawning in under 5 seconds. I wonder, how will Bigetron Alpha and RSG work around this? Because,
the stun comes in onto LY4, now the chomp as well. He's going to flicker to the turret. He's going to spin him out. The stun comes in. LY4 gets taken low, but the healing is just too much. LY4 still surviving, and he gets out, but it's going to be one person traded back. Sana going to get killed, and LY4, even after the flicker, after everything being thrown at him, still is able to survive, and that is massive for RSG Singapore.
That was an amazing cover there by Sana. I mean, that regen, that healing really helped Life4 get out of that really tricky situation. And as you know, how damaging it can be for an Aldos to get hurt in the early game. But now Turtle is already under half health, but I think it gets resetted as RSG tries to zone BTR out of this last turtle here.
Yeah, Rainbow is still farming right now. He's trying to look for a level lead on LY4, but as of right now, he just is in the same level. They're both actually scaling very well, as LY4 has not been taken down even a single time. But look at that, already Abyssal Arrow connects. Now look at the follow from Dreams. Sana taken very low. He's still able to heal, but not enough. He gets taken down. Rainbow is going to look for Fosa, but the Abyssal Arrow does not connect. They did get the pressure in the mid side, and they will rotate towards the second turtle.
Yeah, you're right, and I think this will be an uncontested turtle for BTR, so one turtle for one. Both have secured one turtle, but here, Arashi, what can you tell me about these items?
I mean, Sync already has a Calamity Reaver, so he is scaling quite well, but Matt has a Clock of Destiny and the Lightning Transient ready, so once it scales up, he actually has a lot more bursts to provide for his team. Yeah. And with how Bigetron is playing right now, a bit reminiscent of how they played in the playoffs, they're playing very pick-heavy, and it's working very well for them.
Yeah, you're right, and there, Abyssal Arrow does connect, but unfortunately, Fosa still has that CC, the unstoppable, the immunity right there to get away from that, and that's why Grok is a really good pick here. But look at the damage, the poke from able to just chunk Sana down, and Fosa will actually get taken down. It's a killing spree picked up. Sync looking for a re-engage now. His Mind Force has been popped, but there's a lot of damage right there. Sync, forcing Key to flicker away, but look at the Umbrella. He's waiting there. The knockoff strike doesn't land on anyone there. It's gonna be a combo wombo. Bigetron Alpha looking for some kills. Koopa dives into the front. Rainbow picks up a mega kill, and that is another favorable trade for Bigetron Alpha. Finally showing what they got, as they will just zone them away from the turret, take the mid lane turret down. The wall comes in, Rainbow dashes in front, no one will be killed again, but wow, what an amazing play by Bigetron Alpha.
Okay guys, they're really showing their stuff here, and I mean, with their composition, they really need to take this frontal lead here with this early game lead, and they are playing really aggressively, and it's showing, and it's going into their favor.
100% as Bigetron Alpha. This is what we wanted from them.
Exactly.
Them to play like in the MPL regular season, and this, I think, is the better roster for that kind of result, Arashi.
I mean, again, RSG Singapore needs to play a bit safer just because they do have the better lead game with the Harith, with the Aldous as well. So now they just trying to match BTR's aggression, and it's just a bit difficult with the amount of CC that they have.
Ooh, the Abyssal Arrow actually almost connects onto Sana right here, as Bigetron Alpha will be able to clear out that little Wanderer. And they're gonna go for a little bit of pressure here, and they're able to zone everyone away once again, as Repo is just way too tanky. This is what I love about Repo. This is why I wanted Repo back in the team. He is not afraid of anything. He just goes in front, puts his face in front, and zones everyone away. The Umbrella, great positioning, as now Diablo gets stunned up. They're looking for something. Flame Shot connects, Abyssal Arrow does not, but they don't need to look for any fights right now. They already got the turtle. All they need to do is go for another objective, as Aldous was all the way in that bottom side.
Yeah, he's just free farming there on the bottom lane, guys, but BTR securing yet another objective. This is looking quite good here, and you're right.
That's Sonata being used. He's going to be able to be body blocked by Sana. Amazing body block right there. Rainbow has to be careful because he does have that little Aldous passive on him. Unfortunately, though, LY4, I think he's going for a more tank build as well on this Aldous. So not a lot of damage until he can get a lot of stacks right there.
Yeah, I completely agree, though, with what RSG said earlier. If RSG wants to dominate this game, they really need to play it slow. I mean, they can't be quite reactive, but what they can is trade, I guess, for other objectives. But again, taking a skirmish at this stage, taking a team fight especially, is not really a good idea.
Yeah, Bigetron Alpha, they're trading this mid turret, getting it chunked a little bit as the bottom turret will surely fall by the minions right there. Repo will finish it up and it will be traded by RSG Singapore. This is exactly what they need to do. They need to keep on they kind of keep on pressuring the other side of the map. Now Matt goes in onto Sana. The burst is not enough to get him down. A Sync will use his demand force onto the turret and it looks like Matt will be able to run away from that one, but it is a tier 2 turret right now as Bigetron Alpha has rotated to this top side instead of trading. That means they're looking for a fight. Sync now going to be able to get a kill onto Matt. Y4 joins the kill, and that is going to be Bigetron Alpha losing a trade, the second tier turret taken away. They have to be careful because right now Sync is scaling like a madman. He is level 10 already, still just scaling like a crazy man.
Yeah,
Harith, if he gets to the late game, it is obviously super disgusting.
I mean, 10 minutes in and Sync has already secured that Holy Crystal, so we can expect really big burst damage here from him. So yes, you're completely right. Bigetron really needs to be careful at this stage just to make sure that they don't throw at the stage.
Yeah, and this is where they definitely need NOD. Bigetron Alpha, I don't think they have NOD just yet. I don't really see any of the healing reduction, regeneration reduction kind of effect on the enemy players. So Bigetron Alpha, they still have to just keep on looking for picks at this point. Before they get the NOD, they can't look for all-in fights because that S-Dash just healed for too much. They're already taking this Lord very low though. Will be able to secure it right down. But RSG Singapore are now retaliating a little bit too late. Uncontested turtle for Bigetron Alpha in the 10th minute.
But I don't think that was... Yeah, I mean, there's not anything that we could have done with that situation. I mean, RSG Singapore knows how they're limited, especially with their damage output at the moment. I mean, we're still on 11 minutes. It's going quite well, and with a Lord on the way, BTR really needs to end this quickly.
100% is right. Abyssal Arrow connects onto Sync. Now that was very dangerous, but they are getting pressure all across the map. The Lord will get the pressure on the bottom side as well. So this removes that Aldo split push threat that we've seen before in Blacklist and on EVOS Singapore as well yesterday. And Bigetron Alpha, they're just able to keep on trading and keep on getting objectives. This is the Bigetron Alpha we've been waiting for, guys.
And now we see like all the stuff dealing with the Lord right now as his team's actually pressuring. I figured that they would actually stick with the Lord together and actually pressure a lot harder, but right here, it seems that this split push kind of strategy is actually paying off with them.
But
Yeah,
guys,
I mean,
look what's happening there in the bottom side.
yeah, RSG Singapore just cannot contest that Lord, but he has to be careful as he does not win a 1v1, and Bigetron Alpha as well. In this 4v4 in the mid lane, they need to be careful, but RSG, LY4 looking for an engage right there, but notices that there was no one to follow it up, instantly backs away and just clears the Lord. But it was 3 turrets taken away with that Lord. All the tier 2 turrets has been taken away. The inhibitor turret in the top side has been taken very low as well as we get into the player head-to-head, Arashi. Right now, Ly4 and also Rainbow in the jungle. What do you think is happening? What do you think? Who has the edge right now?
I mean, as thus far, Rainbow has been performing a lot better. But again, this is a very late game comp by RSG Singapore, so you can't really count out LY4 for how he is doing in this game right now. We'll have to see at about the 15-minute mark where he would actually start to shine.
Okay, so no NOD built, but it will be the Deadly Blade for that Popo as they go on to Posa. So yeah, they're not going for the NOD, they're actually going to go for the Deadly Blade, but that means the Popo has to be constantly hitting all these members, and now the Chomp from Repo does not quite connect as they will just be able to clear the mini wave once again.
Yeah.
Looking for an Abyssal Arrow onto Ly4, it will be the inhibitor turret taken away. No fights, again, this is Bigetron Alpha, play for the macro, just go and use your lead to get the game. Do not even try the team fight, because this is what Bigetron Alpha needs to do, and Eterna right now, it is very dominant by the side of Bigetron.
Yeah, you're completely right. You can see how well they're zoning here. But Diablo kind of trying to make a play, trying to zone Dreams and Repo off, but still Repo.
It's Tana just completely taken away. It's going to be a double kill picked up for Rainbow. Sync still has that Purify to run away, and Diablo now caught all alone. Goes in with a knockout strike, doesn't connect. Abyssal Arrow lands! Triple kill! Picked up by Rainbow. He's going to look for more. Repo spits him out. It's going to be Rainbow looking for the Maniac. He is not going to get the kill just yet. The Maniac will not be taken by Rainbow as Repo wants to show what he's got as well in his debut in MSC. But my god, what a dominant performance here from Bigetron Alpha after a disappointing group stage phase 1. Bigetron Alpha will take game number 1.
Nice, 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 nice. Really, really good job by Bigetron. I mean, they dominated that early game just like they needed with that composition. And finally, they stepped up and they've finally shown us what they've got.
This is Bigetron Alpha. This is what everyone